Hi, I am HASE, editor of Information Warfare magazine. I would like to narrate this article for you. I hope you enjoy it. The Rise of an Technocratic Elite: How Billionaires and Industry Leaders Are Rewriting Society's Rules to Shape Our Future. In the 20th century, we built a framework to protect workers and empower a thriving middle class. This was a delicate balance, a system where the rich could grow their empires while workers were afforded stability, fair wages, and opportunities to prosper. Policies like the New Deal and labor protections ensured that economic progress was shared, creating a social contract that fueled collective growth. However, as the century advanced, this balance began to crumble. By the late 20th century, deliberate policy changes were quietly tilting the scales in favor of the wealthy. The dismantling of the Fairness Doctrine allowed for the rise of polarized media and disinformation. Decisions like Citizens United opened the floodgates for corporate money to dominate elections, giving the richest individuals unparalleled control over democracy. Meanwhile, divisive tactics like the Southern Strategy exploited societal fractures, ensuring that the working class remained divided and powerless. The paradox of power: electing our adversaries. In the early 21st century, this erosion of balance reached a critical point. Automation, artificial intelligence, and globalization, largely driven by industry titans, began decimating middle-class jobs. Yet, in a perplexing twist, many citizens began placing their faith in the very billionaires who dismantled their economic futures. By electing these figures to high office, voters essentially handed over control to those who prioritize profits over people. This phenomenon mirrors a dystopian scenario. Imagine electing Rockefeller or Carnegie to regulate themselves in the 19th century and write labor laws. That's the equivalent of what we see today as tech billionaires and corporate leaders craft public policy. Instead of acknowledging this inherent conflict of interest, polished narratives and divisive rhetoric continue to sway voters, obscuring the consolidation of wealth and power. The 21st century oligarchy. What we are witnessing now is the emergence of a 21st century oligarchy. The richest 1% control more wealth than the bottom 90%, yet these same individuals dominate policymaking. They shape legislation that reduces corporate taxes, deregulates industries, and funds subsidies that expand their empires. At the same time, they push forward automation and AI, not to benefit humanity, but to cut labor costs and eliminate jobs. Even their proposed solutions, like universal basic income, are framed as acts of benevolence. In reality, UBI serves as a patch for the societal chaos their systems created, pacifying a population left jobless by their drive for profit. The need for awareness and accountability. This trajectory is unsustainable. Allowing the wealthiest few to dictate policies without accountability will only deepen inequality and erode democracy. We must challenge the myth that billionaires have the public's best interests at heart and demand leaders who genuinely prioritize fairness, equity, and sustainability. It is time to stop electing our adversaries. It is time to rebuild systems that serve everyone, not just the privileged few. Only by restoring balance and challenging the concentration of power can we protect democracy and create a future where economic systems serve humanity as a whole. For more insights on navigating today's complex socio-economic landscape, visit information-warfare.com. Together, we can reclaim democracy and ensure a future built on equity and accountability.